Tomodachi Life Living the Dream is less than a month away, and Nintendo just quietly updated the Nintendo Switch 2, which could be great news for those planning to play the game on the newer system. Hey YouTube, welcome back to a brand new video. Just a quick update today, breaking down the latest Nintendo news and why this could give Tomodachi Life Living the Dream a nice little bonus when playing on a Nintendo Switch 2 console. So if you enjoy this type of content or you're just curious about Tomodachi Life, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it.
Did you want to talk?
In the last week or so, Nintendo introduced a new feature on Nintendo Switch 2 that allows some original Nintendo Switch games to run using their docked resolution in handheld mode. This is pretty cool because normally Switch 1 games drop down to 720p in handheld mode, but now on Nintendo Switch 2, some Switch 1 games can now run closer to their docked 1080p resolution even when in handheld mode. A nice little upgrade.
How refreshing.
This feature is called Handheld Boost Mode, and it basically forces compatible Switch 1 games to output as if they're running in TV mode, but when portable. Super cool, right? And this is where it gets pretty exciting for Tomodachi Life Living the Dream. Now, Nintendo haven't officially confirmed the resolution for Tomodachi Life Living the Dream yet, as far as I can see, but considering how most Switch 1 games handle this, it's pretty likely Tomodachi Life will follow the same pattern and run 1080p when docked. If this is the case, the Nintendo Switch 2 owners playing the game through backwards compatibility will probably be able to enjoy the game at the full 1080p in handheld mode as well. That means sharper visuals straight out of the box without a TV. This is even more likely when, at least as of making this video, there's no sign of a Nintendo Switch 2 edition of the game releasing, because you know it's a Nintendo Switch game currently being marketed as also compatible with Nintendo Switch 2, and suggests it runs as a standard Switch title through backwards compatibility. Now obviously this is all assuming it docks at 1080p and it doesn't automatically take advantage of the newer Switch 2 hardware and do all this natively anyway. Either way, it's a nice little bonus for those who plan to enjoy Tomodachi Life Living the Dream in handheld mode on Switch 2. And it seems we're on the topic of the benefits, a higher handheld resolution likely isn't the only perk of using a Switch 2. Typically, original Switch games running on Switch 2 also benefit from more stable frame rates, more dynamic scaling, faster loading times, and sometimes better battery efficiency. We've even seen this with games like Animal Crossing even before it was updated. So yeah, even though Tomodachi Life Living the Dream is technically a Nintendo Switch 1 release, it will likely feel like the best version of the game when played on a Switch 2, even without a Switch 2 version.
I can't wait to start living here.
Of course, even though the firmware has been updated and this is a thing for many games, we should still treat this as speculation until Nintendo confirms the docked resolution for Tomodachi Life, but it's looking good for a 1080p portable experience of the game one way or another. Be sure to post resolution in the comments if you made it to this point in the video, and include which Nintendo Switch console you'll be playing Tomodachi Life on. I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.